What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest channel and podcast. If you have not subscribed yet, please do go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I am Beth, and let's get into this podversation / reality chat. All right, this is something that I wanted to talk about for a little minute now, but this actually is in conjunction to a story that just was put out there by the Jasmine Brand blog, and it's about Kandi Burruss and her husband Todd Tucker. And Todd Tucker is basically saying that Kandi is the queen of the Real Housewives of Atlanta and that this is her show. So you may or may not know, but Kandi Burruss has a YouTube channel and it's called Speak On It, which is here's just a little tea if you didn't know this. It's kind of ironic that her channel is called Speak On It because we know that Kandi and Phaedra had a huge falling out. And Kandi has said for the longest, if you bring Phaedra back, I'm gone. I don't have a problem with you bringing her back, but if you bring her back, then I'm out of here. And a lot of people want to see Phaedra come back. And a lot of people don't want to see Phaedra come back. A lot of people love Kandi and they want her to stick around as long as the show is around. And then there's some people who are like, Kandi can go. All right. I don't really care at this point because, to be honest with you, I'm not here to knock anyone's hustle. But I honestly feel like the whole freaking franchise can go. But as long as there's money to be made, they're going to continue to run the franchise. And Andy Cohen is not trying to lose out on any of those dollars because his family is growing. He just had a new addition to his family. And, so yeah, they're going to try to keep things going. And they are, even though the ratings for the Real Housewives of Atlanta are extremely low this season. But look, this is season 14. I don't know how long this is going to go. Like, are we going to be on season 46 and the show is still going? Like, Kandi is like, I don't know how old, like 85 years old, like, and still opening up new business ventures and stuff. I don't know. I'm just kidding, but I'm also like, seriously, how much longer is this going to go on? And not even just how long it's going to go on, but how long are we going to keep having the same people on the show? But at any rate, I digress. Here's what I wanted to discuss, because a lot of these reality shows, when you think about the reality shows when they came out many years ago, like The Real World, and you remember it was so green, it was just like there was nothing to compare it to. And then over the years, the Real World, it was less about bringing total strangers together and seeing how they would act when people stop getting polite and start getting real, living in the same house together for how many weeks or months it is. And then over the years, it just became a huge hookup session where people would be in the house together and 2 out of 3 of the people, they're sleeping together and they get into a relationship or whatever. You know what I mean? And then it just becomes really scripted in a way. All right. Now we have with the Real Housewives of Atlanta and many of the other shows, even like Love and Marriage Huntsville, a number of other shows, the other Real Housewives franchises, not just Atlanta, but Potomac and Miami, Beverly Hills, Orange County, New York. This is how Bethany Frankel got to where she was, being on the Real Housewives of New York. And now she's like, they can't afford to bring me back because there's not enough money for them to pay me. That's just how much she's made it. That's how well she's doing in her career and in her businesses. So at this point, with these Real Housewives franchises, especially the Real Housewives franchises, but all of the other shows, the reality shows, is this just nothing more than a marketing at this point and commercials for the reality stars brands at this point with these reality shows? Because there are some people that are like, I don't really want Kandi to be on here anymore because it's always just about the new business ventures that she has going on. And I can't lie about that. It is. You may see a little bit of her life with the children and everything, but I mean, But the other thing is Kandis Life really is business. Like, that's what she does. And although I'm no Kandi Burruss and I don't have what she has going on in the business world, as a businesswoman myself that has multiple businesses and multiple business locations and employees and all of these different things, and I've been doing this, I've been an entrepreneur since 2006, and YouTube and the podcasting right now is really just a hobby for me. So that's why one of the reasons I haven't been as 100% consistent with it as some people would be, because that's either all they have going on or that is their main business revenue stream. This isn't for me. It's more of a hobby and it's more of an outlet. So that's, why I do it when I can do it, or sometimes I just don't feel like doing it and I don't. And when I feel like doing it, I do. But my life is business. And there are times when my husband's like, you're always working. It's in me. That's just a part of me. So I get that. Kandis Life is business. So we are going to see that on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because that's what she does. It wouldn't be realistic if they did not showcase her business and things like that. But we already know that her being on the Real Housewives of Atlanta has been what has really pushed her into the trajectory of being way more successful, even though she was already a Grammy winner before she came on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She already was a hit maker. She already was in a singing group, had been as a teenager. So yeah, she's got that going on, but all of the other businesses that she has been able to produce and become a success at, not saying she's been a success at everything that she's done, because that's not even realistic. For most people in business, you don't win at everything you do in business. And she hasn't won at everything that she's done in business, but she keeps going forward, and that's cool to see that as well. But are the reality shows nothing more than just a commercial for them at this point? Because the story from the Jasmine brand is talking about her speaking to her husband, Todd Tucker, on the YouTube channel about how he feels when her co-stars talk negatively about her. And so he responded and said, when they talk about you, I'm like, you're the queen. And she responded like Kandi does. And she's like, huh? And then he continued. He's like, they have to go for the throne. Like, this is your show. I don't care what nobody say. It's yours. It's been yours. And you've been on it the longest. You've used the platform for what it's for. That's what he said. And people see that and they want that. When you popping, when you cracking, people got S to say. It's some natural haters on your show, and they're going to naturally hate you. So that's, on the cusp of me having notes to talk about this for several weeks now. I had this as one of the topics I wanted to discuss with these reality shows, because when you look at Love and Marriage Huntsville, just using an example, but a realistic example, Melody Cherie, she's been in the real estate world, real estate development and things like that with her husband. She's no longer, ex-husband now, but when he was her husband, they were in the business together, Holt and Holt. And now they are separate and apart in business, and she is divorced and she's doing her own thing. So she's got her different ventures that she's doing, and she's constantly promoting those things on the show, and she's got the platform to do it. So of course you do that. But again, is it nothing more than a commercial for her other brands? Because she doesn't really seem interested in being there. And God knows, if I were in her shoes, I would not want to film anything with my ex-husband either, especially when he dogged me out and treated me so disrespectfully. So I'm just saying, she's not the only one, but just using that as an example. So when Todd says, you've got the platform and it's been yours and you've been on it the longest and you've used the platform for what it's for, and people see that and want that. So that comment that he made, that's actually, it's so ironic, because this interview just happened and this was in my notes to talk about for several weeks, when he says you've used the platform for what it's for. And that's what my question was. Are these reality shows nothing more than commercials for the stars that are on it to promote their other brands? Because if that's all it's for, then to me, it makes it seem like everything else that's going on the show is scripted, or in some way scripted. It's not real. It's not reality. And it's like, so what is this? What is this? Like, is this just some programming to manipulate the viewers to get them to like you, to get them to really be on your side, and then when you promote your stuff, they're automatically going to buy? And here's the answer to that, guys. That's exactly what it is. In marketing, if you're in business, you know that in marketing, you don't put an ad out there and then just believe that from that ad you're going to make thousands or millions of dollars, because people are going to see this ad and they're going to buy your stuff or come to your business or patronize your business or whatever it is that you offer. The whole point of marketing is to get people to know who you are, get them to connect with you, like you, and to trust you at some point, hopefully sooner than later. And that in turn will turn around for them to patronize your business and spend money and become a client or a customer. And that's exactly what this is, people. So when Melody does all of the live videos that she does after the Real Housewives, I'm sorry, not Real Housewives, she's on Love and Marriage Huntsville. All of them are pretty much the same at this point. Love and Marriage, Real Housewives, Love and Hip Hop. I mean, honestly, they're just kind of all in the same box at this point. But I say all of those things to say there's a strategy behind it. And if you want to support these people, fine. I'm not telling anyone to not support them or not patronize their businesses or buy their stuff. But it is a manipulative tactic to get people to know them, like them, and trust them. And so anything, if you are selling poop on a platter, I'm not saying anyone should do that, but if you're selling poop on a platter, the people know you, like you, and trust you so much that they're willing to invest in that poop on a platter, even if they're not going to use it themselves. I'm just saying. And so there are people who are going to love Kandi, love Nene, love Marlo, love Kenya, love Melody, love Monique Samuels, love whoever. I'm just saying, people are going to love Bethany. People are going to love Ramona. I can't stand her. But anyway, there are people that are going to love them, and then there are people who are not going to. But the point of it all is they are doing this as a commercial to connect with those people who are going to get to know them, like them, and trust them, so that when they put their stuff out there, then they are going to make the sales. So that's why it makes sense, which is one of the things that I've heard. I don't know how true it is because I haven't seen this in writing, but I've heard that those who are on these Real Housewives franchises, if they promote a product and a brand and they have this that they're launching and they're on the show, that Bravo gets a cut. They get a percentage of it. And it's only fair, because if you're going to pay for advertising and marketing, it's not cheap. So in essence, having this platform where they're paying you to be a part of the cast, and then you're able to promote your stuff and think you can do it for free and not have to pay them a percentage or give them a commission of the sales, it's absolutely ludicrous. Nothing is free in this world. So that's in essence what these reality shows really are, people. If you didn't know it before, I hope I've educated you a little bit on something. You probably already know that. And if you didn't know it 100%, then I hope that enlightens you and opens up your eyes. I'm not saying any of this to persuade anyone to stop watching the shows or to stop supporting those that they like. Because if that's what you like, then do that. Period. But there's some people that had some things to say in the comments of this being shared on social media under the Jasmine brand. There were people who commented about what Todd Tucker said. And some people said, Kandi is doing great for herself. Wouldn't say she's the queen of RHOA. They RHOA though. Sorry. Someone else says, love her, but no. Nene is the queen of RHOA. Someone else says, LOL, no. She's the most successful and has used it to her advantage the best because she came to the show with real talent and had a name. But it's most definitely not her show because the show would thrive without her. And I mean thrive. What she brings is very replaceable. She's dry as hell. Look, this is what someone else said. I didn't say this. Sorry. That show has been struggling to find its secret sauce since Phaedra, Nene, and Sheree left. And someone else says, not to knock her importance to the show, but she's clearly not the queen of the show, and I would argue her overstaying her welcome and not leaving sooner is the problem with the show now. Someone else said Todd needed some cat that day because he's lying, and you know what I mean by cat. Someone else says respectfully, no, she the queen of getting to them coins though. And someone else said, it's some truth in what Todd's saying. And someone else says, nope. And then someone else says, of course he will say that. He is her husband. Even though he is her husband, I don't feel he should lie to her face like this, though. So I would really love to know what you guys think about this. Do you feel that these reality shows are just commercials for the stars of the shows at this point in time? I believe they are. I don't believe that they really started out that way because most people who came on these reality shows did not have anything outside of what they were doing in their everyday regular lives before coming to the show and getting more people's eyes on them, getting more supporters, getting more followers on their social media platforms, and then deciding to monetize that and bringing on some sort of product or whatever, even if it's some freaking just some t-shirts like Sheree had at some point, and I don't know what else she's going to be doing, but I just wanted to say that Todd, love your wife, cherish her, love her like Christ loved the church, like the Bible says, definitely support her, but I wouldn't say that Kandi is the queen of the show. Is she the queen of hustling hard and doing a lot in business and never stopping? Absolutely. That is definitely inspirational. I would even venture to say Kandi is missing some money where she could be making a killing by creating a course. Everybody's creating courses these days, right? Some people shouldn't be, but almost everyone is creating a course these days and selling it. She should create a course teaching people how to start businesses. I've done it. I do that. And I'm no Kandi Burruss, but I'm quite sure a lot of people would flock to her if she created some sort of course to teach people how to start a business and how to be an entrepreneur. I mean, she definitely would make another killing doing that. And if she does it, you heard it here first, because I'm the one that said she should do it. So Kandi, if you make that course and I see you promoting that, I want my 5%. I want my affiliate link. I want my affiliate money. I'm just being serious. I'm not kidding. But I'm saying, I believe that these reality shows are definitely commercials for these people to promote their products and their brands. And by all means, if you have the opportunity to do that, do it, because a lot of people would love to do that. We who are like myself, who are business owners in the real world and we are not on television, we have to pay for promotion. We have to pay for marketing and advertising. And I do that. I do it. And it is what it is. It's just the price of business. So let me know your thoughts about all of that in the comments section, guys. And until the next time, I am Beth, and I'm just being beautifully honest. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until the next time, I'm just being beautifully honest.